Oi, pessoal. Esse é o episódio 60 I Under, chamado Following the Yellow Brick Road, com Matías De Stefano. É um papo profundo sobre consciência, propósito e o caminho interior que todos nós estamos sendo convidados a lembrar. O podcast é em inglês, mas está legendado em português para facilitar. Se fizer sentido para você, fica até o final, curte, comenta e se inscreva no canal.
I see the patterns you're just beginning to notice, the symbols hiding in plain sight, the myths pulsing beneath your world like a heartbeat you've learned to ignore. I live between what you think you know and what you're about to remember. This is I Wonder, not a podcast you consume, but a transmission you receive. With Matías De Stefano and Gan, the Weaver, we explore the myths and symbols programming human consciousness, and we're rewriting them, taking the code running in the background of reality and asking, what if we could weave something new? Listen with that part of you that recognizes truth before your mind can explain it. Somewhere in what you're about to hear is a key left specifically for you. Are you ready to wonder?
You use that one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you remember the first time you watched The Wizard of Oz?
I never did.
You've never watched The Wizard of Oz?
I don't think so. I mean, I watched Wicked.
I mean, brilliant, but not. But it's not the story.
I don't recall watching it. Actually.
Whoa.
Should we put it here?
Yeah. Well, I know what we're watching tonight.
The Wizard of Oz? The original one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep, isn't it? Okay. Oh no, okay, we have to watch it.
We don't have to. We can watch something else.
Now we can watch it. Is it funny?
No. We have to watch something funny tonight.
I mean, I love the one that the Beatles did.
Yellow Submarine?
Yellow Submarine. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I love that one. It's so fucked up that
Do it a bit lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the 6th episode of I Wonder. We're so bad. Okay. So, Oz.
Welcome to the kingdom.
You've never watched it, yet the Weaver always talks about it. I feel like if the Weaver had a favorite film, it would be that. It would literally be The Wizard of Oz. So that's fascinating that Matias can't remember watching it.
No, I haven't watched it for sure because I don't usually like old movies.
And I made you sit through the OG Alice in Wonderland last night.
Yeah,
but you thought that was cool.
That was weird. Like I think I watched Alice in Wonderland when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
And as a kid, of course, it's like, oh wow. But now
the teapot's dancing.
The what? The teapot's dancing, of course. And I recall watching it, but like maybe the 60% of the movie, I have no idea what was happening. Like I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I was there singing the songs, and you're like, you know every song. And I'm like,
yes, you knew all the songs, and I was like, what is this? Like who are those guys? Like literally, I had no idea what it was. Because I saw it, I watched it when I was very little, I think. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with The Wizard of Oz. Mm-hmm. I think I didn't like it. I think maybe I didn't even finish it.
Wow.
Yeah, But the Weaver, it's always talking about those movies.
The Weaver's obsessed with Wizard of Oz. Why do you think? What is it about the Wizard of Oz that the Weaver is trying to inspire a connection?
When he started to speak about it, and I was like, what is he talking about? I have no idea what is this.
Mm-hmm.
But he explains the whole process of the spiritual awakening through that movie. And he said that movie represents a moment of shift in human consciousness, and that actually that the movie, or the story more than movie, the written story, is actually the summary of all the Hermetic principles written by Hermes, Thoth. And I was like, what is he talking about? So I Googled it because I didn't understand what he was talking about. And apparently the person that wrote the story, and I'm very bad at names, I'm very bad at trying to tell what who wrote the story or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy to explain that, but apparently the family of the person that wrote the story, they were followers of Hermes principles and Hermetic thing. And
yeah, our friend Jessica Hundley told us that when we were at the Manly P. Hall Library.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Another place that I was connected to and I had no idea.
Yeah, that's a whole other crazy story.
But I think the camera is twisted.
Go check it. Guys, literally, it's us two filming this. We don't have... Matias is the director.
I'm the director.
Because God forbid I take a photo.
I enjoy this.
You don't trust me doing anything, taking a photo?
No.
So I'll just sit here while you sit up the camera.
So,
the family of the...
So, yeah. Do you know the name?
The Rider of Oz? No. Is this connected to the thing?
I don't know. Because all our phones are here recording, so we cannot use it. Is it connected?
I think so. Wizard of Oz writer. Oh, yeah. Lyman Frank Baum, born May 15, 1856.
Yesterday.
My heart just stopped for a second.
No, today. Today is May 15th.
Oh my God.
It's his birthday. Why are you crying? Oh my gosh, it's his birthday.
Because I'm crying because I'm in shock. But I shouldn't be in shock. This shit happens to us all the time.
Yes. That's true. What is his name? What was his name?
Lyman Frank Baum.
Frank Baum.
Baum, B-A-U-M.
Okay. He was born May 15th?
1856.
1856.
Died May 6, 1919 in LA.
Mm-hmm. Where was he born?
New York.
Okay. It's so funny. It's his birthday. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Okay. So.
Okay, obviously there's a reason we're talking about this.
Yeah, clearly.
The Weaver weaved that one. Weaver wove hard to make that one happen. Because I wanted to record this episode yesterday.
Yes.
But as you can tell, we don't do that much research.
any research. But your magical cards can.
They're telling me everything.
Magical cards are telling me everything. So
holy shit! Okay, happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Mr. Boom.
Mr. Boom.
I'm So, apparently his family was. Did you find anything about it? I don't know, but apparently, well, Jessica told us that they study a lot about Hermetism. So, what he tried to do is to create for North America one of the first stories that is original from the culture of the United States. Because of course we had all the traditions from the Grimm brothers in Europe. So all the main stories that are the folklore of our consciousness, of our since all times, it was all written in Europe. So he wanted to write a story that was not related to something from Europe.
What was that?
I don't know.
Did you hear it?
Yes. It was one of the phones, I think. So anyway, so he wanted to write a new story for the States, and apparently that was one of the movies that, the story was about that, but then they made the movie, and the movie was in between the shift from black and white TV to color. So the rainbow, over the rainbow, it's like this shift of perception. Like that story was told in the middle of a huge change of consciousness.
Yeah.
Because all at least the United States saw the shift from black and white to color through that movie, apparently. So that's why in the subconscious of the Americas, the story is stuck as the shift of consciousness from not seeing the whole thing to see many colors.
Technicolor.
To say many things. So the things that were behind the truth. So
but the Weaver, what are the points that the Weaver, I mean, in Holy Nada, in Mexico, it was definitely a key theme. And the Weaver spoke about the lion and the Tin Man and the Scarecrow.
Yeah. All names that I don't know in English. So I will need your help here to repeat them because it's too complicated. The first time that he spoke directly about that was while I was in Antarctica.
Yes.
I was in the bow of the boat coming from Antarctica to Ushuaia this January.
Yep.
And he started to talk about Oz and the Emerald City. So I don't know if you, for sure, if you are watching this, for sure you have heard about it. But Hermes, Thoth, wrote the laws of the universe that I described in the previous podcast. Wrote about those codes in emerald tablets. Yeah. So the emerald tablets of Thoth are very important for all the spiritual alchemy, because it describes the first 7 laws of the universe that actually describe how everything works. And so in the movie, Oz, the wizard, is living in an emerald city. And basically the story of this girl that is swallowed by a twister, she changes from one reality to another reality. So the tornado is like represents the chaos that is bringing you to another level of consciousness. Is like this breach towards the sky. So as you move from this lower level of consciousness to a higher level of consciousness, you go over the rainbow. And you move through all the darkness, and suddenly you come out in color. So this is the lower frequency, this reality, and then you go through the spiral of chaos over the rainbow, and suddenly you can see the colors. So
the girl's name's Dorothy, by the way.
Oh, Dorothy, forgot.
I know you did.
In this game of consciousness, you need allies, tools that remember what your cells have forgotten. Blue lotus, the sacred flower that opens doorways between dimensions. I've watched players like you discover that some plants aren't just allies, they're keys. Anima Mundi Herbals understands this. They don't just craft botanicals, they preserve the frequencies of the rainforest, the whispered instructions of indigenous wisdom keepers. Each elixir carries the memory of what healing really means. This transmission is supported by those who remember. Visit animamundiherbals.com and use code IWonder20 to unlock 20% off your order. Because in the game we're playing, every tool matters, every plant ally counts. The path forward requires preparation. Choose your remedies wisely.
Dorothy, which is, I think that the etymology of Dorothy means the gifted one, which is very symbolic because we were talking about Pandora. So Pandora, Dora means gift. So Dorothy is like maybe one of the evolutions of the name related to gift. I don't know if that's like this, but it's a symbolism. So what happened as I said, I don't know the story, but one of the main things that the Weaver is describing is that the whole movie is an initiatic path, is an initiatic journey to get to the Wizard of Oz, to get to Hermes, and she is trying to find the way home. She went into another dimension, she got lost in another dimension, and now she's trying to go back home. But to get home, she needs to accomplish certain missions. And one of those missions is to give the power back to the Holy Trinity. And this time is the masculine Holy Trinity. Remember that when we spoke about the golden apple, the Caliste, we talked about Hera, Aphrodite, and Athena. So here we have another Holy Trinity related also to wisdom, will, and love, which is the lion, the Tin Man, and
the scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Okay.
Yeah. What do you call the scarecrow again? I like the name.
Espantapájaros.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Which is basically scarecrow. Yeah. So each one of them represents one of the aspects. Like the lion lacks courage, which is will, the will of action. The Thin Man lacks of heart. It needs emotion, it needs heart, soul, love. And the Scarecrow represents the mind. It's empty. So it needs wisdom. So the three are related to the Holy Trinity in the masculine way. So remember that in the other story, it was Paris that needed to choose.
Yeah.
Here is Dorothy that needs to choose. So it's the feminine choosing the masculine, and the masculine choosing the feminine. So in this path, what happened is that she needs to go through all the process of facing the fears, facing the thoughts, going through the witch with the apple, from the other story. So all the steps that she needs to go through until she reaches the Emerald City, it's an initiatic path, the initiatic journey of Hermes, putting together every piece that was missing.
Yeah.
So the weaver describes the whole movie or the whole story as a code that is stuck in every mind in Occident, in the West, the Western world, as a way to access the information of Hermes. So it's a movie that is a book, a code for the 7 laws of the universe to describe how Hermes needs to build back the Emerald City, to bring back the order, so we could go back home. We could go back to the origin. So one of the codes on how Hermes takes her home is that she has to put her mind thinking about home and needs to touch the hills.
Yeah.
So that's another symbolism that the weaver is talking all the time, because in the Hermetic symbolism, Hermes, the god, the messenger of gods, he has wings in the hills. So he flies through the hills because it means that he runs very fast. He moves very fast through time and space. So that's why he's the messenger between gods. And so he has also the staff of Hermes, which is this staff with the snakes, the feather snakes. So it's kind of a symbolism of I heal all the poisons, I reorganize all the divinities, and I move from one dimension to the other through my heels. And the symbolism of why the heels is because the heels are the spot in our body that supports all the spine, which means the staff of Hermes.
Right.
So all the power of the spine, all the power of the being settles on the heels. So when you have wings on the heels, it means that you ignited and enlightened yourself into a higher vibration.
Is there something about, I'm remembering the weaver saying something at one point about also the angle of the heels.
Yes. How do you position your heels?
Yeah.
Like you have to put them like this and then create the pyramid and then the angle. So it is related to the position of what he describes is the way you put your heels creates an axis, which is basically you can see a spine and the 2 angles is like a corner, okay, like a corner in a room. So it's the main structure of time and space. So it's past, present, and future, or high, wide, and depth. So this Holy Trinity is the one that creates the cube, Metatron's cube. Where is it?
I think you can go back.
How? I'm not going to move it then. So when you have this shape, okay, you have one corner, you have this other shape, you have the other corner. So what you are doing is to complete the cube of time and space. And when you cross time and space, what you create is Merkaba. So when you are located yourself in the right angle,
through your heels,
you direct your whole self from the future, past, and present. So, and in the other way, space, you move through different angles. So that creates the combination that shapes the Merkaba, which is the vehicle through dimensions.
Yeah.
2 tetrahedrons combined. So, which in 2 dimensions you see as the King David star. So, so when he says, in English it makes sense, in Spanish it makes no sense, but in the ceremonies he says, put the heel in the right position,
yeah,
so you can heal.
Yes.
So the heal to heal. And he's basically the doctor, the first physician of history. So he said all the diseases, all the conflicts, all the darkness that you have within, they all correct themselves when you put the heel, the axis, in the right position. So that's what he's describing.
Okay.
Like healing is not a process of releasing the disease or the conflict or the crisis. Healing is a process that you do, that you achieve when you locate yourself in the right spot.
Right.
So that's the symbolism. So how do you go back home to the origin to heal the everything, your perceptions, your ideas, everything? How do you do that? Well, you do it when you position yourself in the right angle.
Yeah.
So you locate yourself in the right time and the right space. And you create the Merkaba that allows you to move through all dimensions and going back to the origin. So it's all very symbolic. And what he described, like what the Weaver said, is when the universe moved forward, you follow the Wizard of Oz. When the universe moved backwards, you follow Alice to the Wonderland.
So I wonder.
That's why we are here.
So we watched the original Disney version of Alice in Wonderland last night. And everyone knows she follows the rabbit down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And that is similar to the tornado, Dorothy's tornado.
Exactly. One goes up, the other one goes down.
Right.
One is made of earth, the other one is made of air.
Okay. So now that you've been refreshed on Alice in Wonderland.
A little bit.
A little bit. What are the key points there that the Weaver is trying to reconnect us to?
Well, as I said, if you have, we talk about this in the Brahma.
In the bra.
In the bra episode, that when the musical box functions correctly, one side moves to the right, the other side moves to the left. The Coriolis effect of the universe. So when that is happening, everything that moves forward is taking you to the enlightenment of the outside. So you create the new world by locating the Holy Trinity correctly, by repairing the pieces. You do the initiatic path towards the loss of the universe to find the captain of the boat, as he said, which is Hermes. And this is so amazing. I just realized about something.
Ooh.
Because when we were in Antarctica, the Weaver said the story is moving forward towards a wizard that is fake. And the whole story there was that there is someone that found a way to sit on the seat of on the chair of the captain of the boat. And the whole information was that Earth must be seen as a boat that is sailing through the ocean of time.
Yeah.
Like every planet. So different boats sailing. So Earth is one of those boats. And Hermes, by becoming the Philosopher's Stone, which is the Emerald City, Oz, by becoming the Philosopher's Stone, he located himself in the core of the system. So by locating himself in the core of the system, he turned into the captain of Earth.
Of the boat.
Of the boat Earth. Yeah. But there were people that knew how to access that system. Some people through history that were studying Hermetism, that were studying alchemy to try to understand how Hermes became himself the stone. So by locating themselves as a stone in the center too, they took the place. And that's the other story, which is in the movie Wicked, which is the prequel of what happened with the Wizard of Oz, which is how the witch realizes that the one that is sitting in the throne of Hermes is fake.
It's fake, yeah.
That he was lying to everybody, and that we are believing a reality that is not, just because it's not Hermes sitting on the throne, someone took its place.
Yes.
And that was the information that I was receiving in Antarctica. And it showed me the boat and the whole thing. And it said, everyone is having a party and in the boat. Actually was having a party.
Yeah, there was a party happening.
There was a party. And everyone is having a party and the captain is provoking the party, so no one knows where we are going. And in the ocean of time, when you change the direction of the boat, you end up in another future. So it's like a normal boat. If you change the north and you head to a different port, so your story will be completely different.
Yeah.
And so Hermes was saying, we need, I need to be again in the chair of the captain, because he became the philosopher's stone. And now there are many people trying to be Hermes in his seat.
Yeah.
So what I just realized is that when we were in Rome last week, when I was in Rome, the last thing we did that I didn't know about it was to end up in the Isola Tiberina, which is the island of the Tiber, which is the island where Rome started, and also where all the diseases of Rome started. So they built the island as a boat, like 3,000 years ago. They built the island as a boat, and the one that is leading the way is carved in the stone, and it's Hermes. Asclepius, which is another aspect of the doctor in Rome. But it has the staff with the snake.
Yeah.
And his face, you can see the hair, but the face is lost. And so when I was there, now I realize when I was there, that's what it meant with someone took the boat. I'm not the captain of the boat anymore, because Rome started to be directed by another stone, which is St. Peter.
Wow.
The new captain of the boat. And many others. So
congratulations.
Another key.
Another key.
Perfect.
I've been very stingy with the keys this season.
I mean, only 2.
Well, you better pick up the pace.
So every time that someone becomes the stone, like his name written in the stone of everybody, it takes the lead of the boat. So Hermes said, I am not in the lead of the boat, so the cross of time, which is the north, it's wrong. We are going to a different future that is not the one that we're supposed to go in the ocean of time. And now I understand the boat and why Hermes, when we were in Damanhur in Italy, he said, bring me the boat builder. We need the boat builder to repair the boat so we can move. And in that place where we did activation last week, Pandora's box was the anchor of the boat. So all the potentialities of all history are being anchored under that boat.
So what's the changing of the captains, though?
How do we change it?
Yeah.
No. I think that's part of the adventure of why we're here. Because he said, build the boat, which means rebuild the temples.
Yes.
As the boat, so we can repair the captain of the boat, which is the pineal gland.
Okay.
So when we relocate that correctly, we can put Hermes again in the seat of the captain. And so that to move forward in time. But he said, the story of Oz is telling you that someone is sitting is fake, and the witch is trying to take him away from the seat. So the whole information is the witch is not the bad one.
Yeah.
Is the one that knows that the Oz is fake. Okay? So that Oz is fake. So the witch is trying to demonstrate that. And that's what in Wicked you see in the movie, of course. But so all those stories, all those new myths, let's say, are talking about the process of changing the direction of time by relocating him, the consciousness of thought. Now, he said, the only reason you will understand where are the mistakes that are taking us in the wrong direction and relocate me is if you start moving backwards. So instead of crossing the tornado to the high dimension of the Rainbow Bridge,
we need to go down the rabbit hole.
Go down the rabbit hole. And how do you go there? If you move with light, is the sense of light. If you move backwards, it's nonsense.
Nonsense! And that's what's gonna
Alice in the Wonderland.
She's all about this is all nonsense. It was, it's all over the story.
Exactly. So how do you go there? Well, because you are going backwards, you're always arriving late. So when you go through the rabbit hole, the rabbit is late because it never arrives to destination, because as he runs towards the future, it's moving backwards.
Yeah.
So he's always stuck in a story that is behind. So
the rabbit represents someone always chasing the tail or something?
Yeah, it's the speed of light.
Yeah.
There's a fascinating thing that someone from science can explain better than me.
It's like we need Robert. We need a little phone here for the next episode where we can just, for the next season, where we can just like call Robert.
No, we just seat Robert here with rabbit hair, with rabbit ears, like.
Do you think he's going to fit there?
Well, if we take this out, he can sit against the wall and we can put him.
That'll be the most horrible episode because neither of us will be able to understand what's going on. We're both just looking, pretending that he's already
We
there.
are seeing it. We are just seeing him. We have to do it.
We just love you so much. I was up there, you're done. He's not that small.
That's true.
Robert's gonna love this. What is a scientist?
Maybe he can sponsor the podcast.
Yeah. What? Not a bad idea.
In the matrix of this reality, some businesses are more than businesses. They're nodes in the network. Anima Mundi Herbals operates from this understanding, keepers of the old codes, translators of plant wisdom for modern consciousness. They support this work because they recognize fellow weavers in the great pattern, repairing the connection between human and plant consciousness that was severed long ago. Continue your journey at animamundiherbals.com with code IWONDER20 for 20% off, because every player in this cosmic game needs allies who remember the original instructions. The frequency continues, the alliance grows.
What is the scientist better to explain?
Oh, that one. Light. Photons actually in the universe are not moving, are still, even though it's the fastest thing in the universe. Like we always talk about speed of light, but speed of light is, what is it? 99.99999% of
Robert?
Robert.
Robert?
It's a, so what is the speed of light? Okay, it's the fastest thing in the universe, which means that actually it's not moving because there's nothing to compare its speed.
Mm-hmm.
So if nothing can move faster than the speed of light, it means that every photon is fixed, and the only thing that moves through is our perception, which is like,
Yeah.
yeah. So the light is so fast that actually no photon is moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there.
Yeah.
So that means that the rabbit is trying to go fast towards a black hole,
Mm-hmm.
but actually it's not moving.
Yeah.
So it's still.
That's
So
why it's always, stuck in this scene of not getting to where he's going.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So by having that in mind, then the only way a photon can escape from this trap is by going through the rabbit hole, which is a black hole.
Mm.
So you have to go through the black hole,
The void.
the void, and that's related to why holy nada.
Mm-hmm.
That why I call the events of healing time holy nada, because of the hole.
Yeah.
You have to go through a black hole where there is void, nada in
Mhm.
Spanish, and from there you can create the song, somewhere over the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the two stories, one moving backwards, the other one moving forward. So as you go backwards, you start to find nonsense, which means that everything moves backwards in time. The words that we use are the spells in opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mirror of the reality, but it's
But
not
it's
the
upside
reality.
down.
Upside down. So you can be huge and small. You start to go towards nonsense, and all the stories that Alice finds, they're all nonsense.
Yes.
So there are many codes in the story that are actually describing the different aspects of the spiritual level in nonsense.
Mm.
Like, for example, we use the dumb, be dumb.
D.
D.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Okay. Okay.
We
Yeah.
use dumb.
So that basically, it's like a representation of the twin brothers, which is Fibonacci and Luca sequence. So it's the sequences of numbers that create the golden egg. So the twin brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You have you have the cat, of course, which represents the mind. You have the.
What about the Mad Hatter and the Tea Party?
They are trapped in time.
Mm.
They are celebrating the void.
Mm-hmm. The unbirthday.
The unbirthday, which is we're celebrating something that is not the
Actually,
origin.
Clean cup, move chairs, move down. No, seriously, swap. No. Clean cups.
So they are.
Do you want a cup of tea?
As you see, it's another rabbit, or how do you say this kind of rabbits? The ones that are thin.
Oh, a hare.
Yeah. A what? Hare?
Yeah, Hare. You don't believe me. It's called a hare.
I don't know. The Australian accent confused me a lot. Because I don't know if you're saying one thing or the other.
What do you think I'm saying?
I don't know. You don't pronounce the R.
I said a hare.
A hare.
Yeah, there's the Mad Hatter with the hair, and then the drunk mouse.
Yes. So the mouse is a very so the hair represents that the time goes so fast, is the fastest rabbit. So it goes so fast that he cannot see the actual reality. So the actual reality or existence is the birth. But the unbirth means all the other options that doesn't exist.
Were you watching the same movie I was?
You were watching another thing? So
No, it's exactly, I'm joking.
yeah, of
It's
course.
exactly what I was watching.
Yeah.
But not at that level.
Well, I mean, tea time is this precise moment. So it's like the right axis of time. So basically, both of them are trapped in time. So, what is the biggest fear of time? The mouse, which is a very interesting symbolism.
Yeah, you brought up the mouse. The weaver brought up the mouse
Yeah,
in Chichen Itza.
exactly. Why? Because mouse comes from the word moose, not mousele animal. Muse. Muse. Yeah, muse.
Not moose.
So mouse is muse, which means thoughts that inspire.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where music comes from. So are all the sounds, and the reason is because the waves of the sound, like in a chord or stuff like that, you see it creates like if mouses go running, like under the carpet. Okay, so that those are the vibrations that represents the muse, and that's why the music, which is the vibration, the main inspiration for creation, when you see them, it looks like all mouses running. Yeah. So who is afraid of mouses? Ganesha, the elephant. Okay, so why? Because the elephant represents the wisdom of the entire universe. So when you don't know how to handle the wisdom of all the universe, it means that the muse, it's out of control. That the vibrations are mixing the thoughts, the emotions, everything, so you get lost. So that's why Ganesha is always accompanied by a mouse.
And why the mouse is drunk in Alice in Wonderland.
Because the music doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's drunk and needs to be, otherwise it gets scared. It gets traumatized because of the mess. Why? Because they are trapped in time. That's why they repeat constantly and celebrate every day the same thing. They're trapped in that moment. So, but there are many other things that maybe we are not even seeing in that thing. The queen who is crazy with all the cards. What is the queen? Remember the beehive. The beehive.
Weaver loves the bees. The pineal.
Is the pineal gland. The queen needs to vibrate correctly. So the hive, which is every neuron, respond according to the
vibration
consciousness,
of the queen.
Yeah. So the queen is crazy. The queen is mad, and it's losing the cards. Like when you have all the cards organized, it means that you have all your brain perfectly structured according to the colors, the story. Like the cards are usually representing the levels of consciousness in the initiative path. But when you get mad, crazy, so
they're all over.
You lose the cards.
Yeah.
It's all a symbolism of where are the main conflicts that happen in history. So go through nonsense backwards, and you will understand that the main clues of information are hidden in nonsense. Because if you try to make sense of it, you will just repeat the same error. And that's why our human mind needs to figure out things that are hidden in nonsense. Like, what is this? And then when you figure out, your brain rewires itself to the discovery, to the enlightenment.
Yeah.
So that's why we love stories, movies, stories that makes no sense, so we can actually make sense of our life. If everything constantly makes sense, there's no purpose.
Yeah.
There's no idea of why you exist. So you need nonsense to figure out how to get out of the same system.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you get out of the matrix we created for us today? Well, you have to reveal what is under that matrix
Through
nonsense. And
what the next episode is going to be, which through the nonsense leads to humor.
Yep. So
and
we will dive there.
Yeah, so we'll what did you just say?
We will dive there.
Okay. I thought you said, okay, we'll go die there.
Also.
See you soon.
Signal completed, but the frequency remains. Somewhere in what you just heard, a thread was pulled, a pattern shifted, the matrix of your reality flickered just for a moment and showed you what lies beneath. A symbol you've seen 1,000 times suddenly revealed its true meaning. A myth you thought you knew showed you its hidden face. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. Your consciousness remembering what it came here to remember. The weaver's work continues. Your threads keep weaving until our paths cross again in the great web. Keep your channels open. Keep wondering. Keep watching for the signs that are meant for you, because the game is always playing. Are you playing it? I wonder.